same era. Another steal by Fleming.
Speaking of long fingers. And there's another dunk.
Longino got a quick first step against Fleming, and he blocks it away.
Burnham getting a nice run, that blocked there by Fleming.
Win. Rejected!
Another team coming from 16 down, and then
Fleming up to 1,012.
Wow!
And two more!
Binkley finds the cut of Fleming.
Simpson kicks in the corner. It's Fleming. He hits a Brown's 200th career rebound. And up and under inside is Fleming.
Panic. Austin Benini. Fleming. Severe punch. Carnegie Johnson. There's Fleming again. Got the hand in. Here's Rasheer. Whirling dervish. Score it. Simmons mismatch. Fleming. One bounce and down. Shot clock inside 20 after it resets. Fleming taking some contact. Rebound. And a look at this end. Spot up Shear and good. Brown using Simmons. Nobody home. Fleming an open three. Cashes in.
Villanova likes to use that 1-2-2-3 quarter pro press.
Oh, and Brown and a feather.
I think is going to put a lot more pressure on him.
Longino got a quick first step against Fleming, and he blocks it away.
An old team, the continuity minutes was a lot. Now, doesn't matter.
Fleming from the corner. Fleming good. He rattles it home.
Hey, he's coming.
Doppler wants a screen.
Oh, that was a
steal
terrible
by
pass.
Fleming. This will end in 0 for 6. Doppler. Shot clock at 10. Poplar to the basket. Shot blocked away by Fleming. St. Joseph's. Fleming puts it on the deck, goes to the basket, lays it in. Once he got past Dixon, bucket, but he was not granted it. Here goes Fleming, two-handed jam. Xavier. Brown to Reynolds.
Well, they got it to him. Now they got a foul.
And now Reynolds to Fleming, right to the rim, two-handed jam.
There's Fleming for three.
In case you're wondering.
I won't come back to that. Fleming lets it go. Good looking.
And the big fellas, Fleming, for St. Joe's, Adsborough, challenged at the end.
Somehow St. Joseph's still with it, and nice feed. Roberts gets it blocked.
Anyway, free advertising.
Either would be welcome on this broadcast, of course. Into the corner, it's Fleming again, and he shows that as
a little bit. It's like, who's the alpha? You're not quite sure yet.
There's one.
Wherever he wants to go on the court, very methodical.
Rasheer Fleming strokes pushing tempo for St. Joe's. Sets up Fleming. His second triple. 5-point lead, 7:20 to play first half. Fleming, long step through and a finish. Brown skips it for the redshirt freshman Haskins.
Good kick out.
Fleming open. Another. And only they've got the lead. Another team coming from 16 down, and then Fleming. Pull back for Kaluma. Shedrick on the entry. Against Fleming. Shedrick is stopped. You see here Haskins, very athletic redshirt freshman off the bench. Into Fleming. Finally, Fleming. Johnson calling in transition. Bounced it to Pope. Driving, and it's wedged in there by Fleming. Guard play in this case. Check out the guards for UNC. Davis, Cadeau, Trimble. Fleming from Ajaway. And Reynolds chucks it ahead to Brown. Oh! Simpson. This cannot be what Billy wanted. Yeah, it was pretty close. Instead, the bounce, it's Fleming stepping inside Shedrick. Had it stripped by Weaver. Got it back, scored, and a foul.
Dozie, the Baltimore native, out for Horton. His three is blocked by Rasheer Fleming. Finkley in for Fleming, working on Horton. Fleming. Patient finish to the right side. Here's Oduro. Looking for Dunn with the clock at 1. Ooh. Shot blocked by Fleming. Shot clock's inside 10. Simpson. Inside. Rasheer Fleming with the flush. Barrow and Coppin State. Here's Brown. Leaves it for Horton. And another block. This one, the Hawks. Billy Lang's squad has done a nice job taking care of the basketball. That's just the 5th turnover.
Look at that.
And another block. He's now on the medical table for Coppin State. Off the inbound pass. Rasheer Fleming.
All day.
Yeah.
And it was epic.
Fleming for 3. It's good.
3. Hawks down 8. Fleming matching.
So, and the offense has been perfectly fine without him.
Fleming online in front of
We've seen the 1-3-1. They played a little 2-3 earlier.
Fleming the flash to the corner. And Pierre. It's a good dig by Eric. And Fleming. Last year. Fleming took it away. And the Hawks. They're getting pretty late. That'll help. Fleming off the board. Tough catch for Fleming and the jump hook. Way wide right. Simpson, good offensive rebound. Fleming challenging Berzovic and wins. Fleming steps into a three and cashes. And a first-team selection in conference a year ago. Nice bounce. Finkley. What does yours say in that case? Here's Fleming. Look at that extension. Scores +1. No, was on. No, you've got the years mixed. I don't. As Fleming steps with Djokovic.
What a pass!
And Fleming streaking to the cup.
This Berzovic, but they all look like they're going down.
Fleming steps in and 10 now for X Brown. And another block, this time by. Over the shoulder, Fleming steps in, got that.
Charleston playing their best defense of the game in this stretch.
Brown, nice bounce. Fleming with the punt. Smith has been a big closer for them.
Mismatch.
Fleming in, score the bucket.
I can only think of one tap this year that the Hawks did not win.
Little pick and roll here. Reynolds and Fleming drops it in. And as Fleming leaks out and two-hand.
The Hawks are playing with great energy at both ends of the court.
And
Moving on
Fleming.
offense and
Fleming, that's just too easy around ball. Was about 12 days earlier a year ago. Fleming sniping from the start. And there's Fleming jumping the passing lane. Out ahead of Rogers and the flush.
On offense, even without Xavier Brown.
Fleming wide open, give him another one. Jabor and Simpson to start the second half. Reynolds, there's Fleming, excellent execution. And of course, Uncle Mike is quite the college break.
Flying colors. Because they're not playing with any of the sluggishness that they displayed in the second half against Charleston.
Fleming, Simpson down with it.
Nice pass.
Fleming, excellent find from Simpson. Fleming drops that in right off the window.
Same era. Another steal by Fleming.
Speaking of long fingers. And there's another dunk. His fourth of the night.
Very nice. Simpson in low for Fleming, who scores, and the run in the A-10 tournament as well. Get a few more games. Pick, roll, dunk! Wow. Skins will keep it and drop it off to Fleming. Kicks it out to Simpson. Fleming, he'll take the three. Got it!
That's what you do. And Coach Lang says, I just want you to be you. I want you to be the player that you were in high school. Go out and ball.
Fleming hits a three. Hawks in double figures. Burnham getting a nice run, then blocked there by Fleming.
Non-league action.
Just a busy sports day period. Fleming steps into the trip.
And gather himself to go up, never got there.
Nice inbound. Fleming, great control in the left. Smith, haven't heard much from him all day. That continues. Wow. They got a game where the Hawks have led for just shy of 95% of the available time. Fleming, 8 lead changes. Fleming pulls the trigger from the corner, knocks down. Fleming leaking out for some fireworks to close. Finkley off the bounce. Drops it off. Fleming, contact, score it, and one. Finkley hopping to the lane, 6 to shoot. Fleming, feet under him, and good. Jingay probing right around Fleming, got the block.
Sure, those were good shots that Frank Martin would have wanted.
Look at the bounce from Haskins. Minutemen have kept fighting. Fleming open, And big three.
His team out of the field, but you see what he can do facilitating and swope finishing.
Fleming rattles home the three. Where both these teams trying to start 2-0 in Atlantic 10 play. Big fall. Big fall underneath here late in the first half. Fleming attacks the rim. Blocked. Gets it back. Fleming flips it in. With a commanding lead. Fleming has been quiet, and he knocks down the three.
6 in the game here against the Dukes. These two teams split last year.
Played beginning of this half, he only was 3-point man at half.
On the rebound, but it's batted out to Brown for St. Joe's. Give it to Fleming, who gives it to...
Chubby came in with 13 blocks, was second behind David Dixon.
Fleming, top of the arc. 2-point tilt in favor of the Dukes. Pushing in is Fleming. Uses the body on Corbin. Almost can't.
They need to get Reynolds going. 5 of their 6 losses, he's been in single digits. Here's Fleming from the right wing. It's good.
Play the Hawks.
I love the matchup, though, right now. Watson on him in the corner. Bounce pass, backdoor, slam. Reynolds with the shot clock at 13. Three-pointer from Fleming is good. Down the right side of the lane. Trying to back his way in, gets really deep. Shot is blocked away.
Legs to playing in a gym where you don't feel comfortable. Oh my goodness!
Wow, Fleming just annihilated that shot. Haskins, nice move. Haskins going to the basket, may have gotten away with the travel. Fleming for 3, yes!
Set a screen in the middle of the paint for Watson to get free.
Fleming up top, he can take those and make them, and he does.
Ball inside, offensive rebound, that one, no doubt. Xavier Brown's 200th career rebound. And up and under inside is Fleming. Really get out there and play with intensity in this ball game. There's a block inside by Fleming on Jack. So far in this first half. A little bit of a push as he takes it in and scores.
Ready to work with you, Mike Corey.
That was really good. Now it goes inside Fleming.
So they have the rebounding advantage. If it didn't go in.
Fleming to the feed inside. Got it.
Recognizes it immediately. Easy 2 for Davidson.
Told you Bailey had 11 assists, a career high. As Sam mentioned, 2 and 3 in conference play. They are 1 and 2 away from their home floor. Straight away from the other way. Fleming trying to back it on down. Slight size advantage against LaPut, and he uses it. Ajabar. Fleming puts it on the deck by Adam, lays it in, basket.
Good look there for Davidson to get back on the board when they've been struggling offensively. And on the other end, now you see started to take the Hawks out of normal comfort offensively.
Bailey took the contact, it was deflected away.
Draw them out of rotation, forcing them to help on the ball screen, and just keep swinging it until you find an open.
Bounces off the backboard and rim right to Blooms. Shovels it to Joseph, had it knocked away by Fleming, recovering defensively.
Today, 25%. He's now 1 for 3 on the day.
Fleming.
Love this.
2 points.
Good ball fake.
Santos, rejected by Fleming. And with
I think Baton with Fleming on the perimeter. You got Bennett with Ajabo. You have 2 huge mismatches.
Yeah, could have got it to the top pass instead. Fleming.
Thankful that he's here. We wish him many much well in retirement.
Yeah, and normally in overtime against Loyola Chicago last week. Just like that. Fleming back inside for Xavier Brown. Trying to miss it. No. And a fight for the rebound, and it's going to be Laton that goes out. And Fleming lays it in.
Trey Woodall team ended up winning by 2. Fleming with a great round. After they got both free throws, Fleming. Glad that David was able to walk on his own power. Fleming. Nice flash. Fleming and the find Brown.
Points, 3 of 9, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. Kind of a do-it-all point forward.
Fleming. Watson dumps to Quinn. Rejected! 2 of 10 since halftime with 5 turnovers. Edwards partially rejected by Fleming. Rubin able to fight through. Rubin back in with 4 fouls. Contested by Edwards. Follow from
Avila, the hawk, short, got his own rebound. 20 in the shot clock. Again, he's blocked by Fleming.
At a pace that they can execute
0 for 4 from 3. Gets it back to Slope. Wilkins hanging on to a 3-point lead here. Another takeaway. Finkley. And inside. It's in for St. Louis. Brown for the cutter Fleming. Picard back out to Warlick. Powers is winning. Reynolds is blocked by Fleming, and Brown's got knocked down some threes, but don't give up on the inside game. Simpson kicks in the corner. It's Fleming. He hits.
En route to a 13-point victory over St. Louis. As Fleming, who had a hand in it.
And not attack is not going to work against LaSalle.
McKeithen now 5 of the 9. And
that might
speaking
work.
of which, Fleming has only played 9 minutes, does have 4, steps in here in the second.
Simpson off for Fleming, and he will. That one is too strong from Xavier Brown, but there's an offensive board for the Hawks. Off the reload.
There's nobody in the paint. There's nobody up. Now we got somebody coming through to make me look bad.
That's a 3.
Missing on the shot was time. Quickly the Hawks the other way once again, and on the runner, it's Fleming. Game's 10.
Yeah, I think I said this last year too, but the parity in the middle of this league is as good as any conference you're going to find. Reynolds, he's starting to get into that zone, and that's bad news for the Spiders.
Fleming for 3. Another turnover. That's 5 now in the game. Fleming throws it down.
Run at the same speed. He sprinted kind of like Usain Bolt right out of the starting block.
Why would he just block the shot of time? A lot of talent on that team for sure. Lost a bunch of close games this year as well. Here's a 3. Fleming.
Right. 4 straight games.
What a feed. Fleming from Finkley. This is as close as Richmond has been since it was 26-16. And now Fleming takes it in. Basket and a foul. Yeah. 13 for the game for St. Joe's. Trying to make it 14. They do. It's Fleming. And
doesn't need double teams. Now you could stay with shooters.
Finkley feeds the cutter. Fleming.
Trying to use length against St. Joe's point guard.
Fleming on the take to the
retention has been an issue. That's why they got Woj.
Inside, Fleming again.
Depth and turns it into a positive. The 5 guys he plays have great confidence and chemistry.
Rebound, Reynolds. Oh, up to Fleming. Council backs it out. Drives in, blocked inside by Fleming. Council. Nice drive, but a better block by Fleming for 3. It's good. So has it. 3-on-2 for Jones. He's blocked by Fleming.
Sure that turnover didn't happen.
Finkley finds the cutter. Fleming.
St. Joe's can score points with nobody's business.
Fleming for 3. And you talked about it.
He's involved his career right now.
Working his way to the hole. It's Fleming. And now all of a sudden, Fleming popping up the 3. There it is. Look at that.
It's a beautiful shoot.
And Fordham's on a really good pace to be doing that. Backdoor cut. Fleming scores it on a feed from good, but it gets tapped into the hands of Tripp, and he is also blocked by Fleming. To Fleming. There's 6 to shoot. Back to Fleming. Got it. You see Ajabo with the 6, and Finkley as well has 9. And now it's inside for Fleming.
Really well. He's the guy that can get you buckets right now because nothing's happening at the rim.
And a block by Fleming.
Rhode Island's open up 50%. St. Joe's just 30 here in its own building. Fleming trying to change that and does.
Timely buckets.
Fleming with a flash and finish. Brown some vision. Fleming got to the basket, dropped it right in on top of Hope. Rasheer Fleming up to 1,012.
Wow!
And 2 more! 1,000. Finkley right to the basket, shot clock winding down. Fleming, rise and rhythm.
Yeah, in a way, the last 3 games have all had this feel.
Is at a high level with Ajabo in, but Ajabo has to offensively do a little more to help. He's now tied with
343 in St. Joe's history. You're absolutely right there, Coach. 13-point lead now for LaSalle. Fleming launches up a three.
Yep. Great roster stability, good young players in the program.
And Fleming.
Downing.
Fleming right back.
In the corner, the three. Shot clock at 4. Brown to Fleming in the corner for 3. Got it. Jones has it swatted away. Now the finish by Field going into the locker room. Nice block right there by Fleming.
This game at 10. Little mini 5-0 run. Now in the drive at Simpson beats Fleming, and St. Joe's
having a decent year for them.
Was having a good first half. Fleming for 3. It's good. Hard off the glass, no good. Ball is loose, tipped around, and it's picked up by Reynolds. Reynolds swings it to Fleming. Fleming goes right in, lays it in. Reynolds for 3, no good. Oh, the putback by Fleming.
They're a lead and not turning it over. They're number 15 in the country in turnover percentage.
Fleming to the cup.